Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Thank you for watching. Today we are going to be talking about how Ambazonia is not for sale. We want to make this very clear because a lot of frontline leaders, a lot of leaders don't understand that the sacrifices of the people for the past 80 years is not for sale. We want to say that because people should not take our struggle for a joke. People have sacrificed for the past years. People have done all what they can for these past years for the liberation of a country. This is not about going to sell a country. Anything that you are doing as a leader must be transparent, must be open to the Ambazonian people, because this has nothing to do with your group. It has nothing to do with your personal intellectual prowess, what you know about negotiation. This has to do with the people of Ambazonia. So we have seen a lot of people going around trying to say that they are experts of negotiation. Then they go and meet now with these guys. They come back, we don't hear anything. They come and sit. Ambazonian struggle is not for sale. Please, they should know that. Whatever they are doing, they should be very careful the way they play with the life of 8 million Ambazonian people. Because we are not playing, we are not joking with the life of our people. We take this struggle very, very seriously. And most people have sacrificed a lot. The Ambazonian people have sacrificed their life. They have sacrificed everything for these past 8 years. For people to just go and start saying that they are negotiating on behalf of the Ambazonian people. Then they go and talk and come back. Then they come and sit as if they are going to talk for themselves. Okay. Today I want to talk about this because some people don't understand the implication of going to talk on the behalf of a people when you are not authorized to go and talk in the first place. Then when you come back, you behave as if it's your right to go and talk on their behalf and come back. Then first of all, there is a process that we have to follow. Okay. Today I want to talk about the Ambazonia is not for sale. Let's understand why Ambazonia is not for sale. Okay, we have seen all these, along the years trying to derail the struggle from one end to another. But today, the issue of the failures of the past, we have to learn from the past. If you don't understand that, most leaders who were inexperienced of doing any form of negotiation. Some of them were trained by the HD in Switzerland. Some refused to go to Switzerland. Some do not even know about negotiation. Some don't even know about the process. Yes, they are leaders, and leaders need to be trained. Okay, but along the years, you see people coming up. They create their own groups. They just start saying that they are leaders. You cannot just, to be a leader, you have to first serve. Okay, you have to be submissive to serve someone. Let's see how you successfully serve that person. That's why when you see like a Nigerian man has a business, then he go and take somebody from the village and come and put in that store. That guy has to serve that manager for some time, and the manager will see him building his own business. Then he will say, okay, now it's time for you to go. I have to settle you for you to go. But some of our own people today, they have no knowledge about leadership. They have no knowledge about leading a group. They cannot even manage their own homes. They'll come and say they are leaders. They go and form their own groups. And we have more than 100 groups today in Ambazonia. Anybody is just forming groups. They know nothing about leadership. They know nothing about submission. They know nothing about being a true subordinate. Okay, If you cannot be a good follower, you can never be a good leader. Period. There is nothing you can tell me. Because some people have never been under an organization. They have never known that you must be promoted. You must move from one promotion to another to reach a certain level in your organization. You cannot just leave an organization. Maybe you are fired, you are impeached, you are dismissed from that organization. You go and start creating another organization and think that people will just follow you like that. Reputation is very important. For the past 8 years, we have seen the failure of Ambazonian leaders in negotiation process. Because when they see an organization come, they just rush. They don't want to wait, study these bodies, see their track record, and understand that, oh, we have to wait and first of all meet as a team, so that this is about 8 million people. This has nothing to do with you or your group. It has nothing to do with that. Because some of you think that look, we have been saying this for the past 8 years. Some leaders think that going to preach or going to make speeches in different places makes them leaders. No, it doesn't make you a leader. We need people we know people who are committed in this struggle, people who have been committed in this struggle, people who are not for positions, people who really want to see the good of the 8 million Ambazonian people. It's not you that go first to a negotiation process that makes you the person that should be contacted. Okay? If they have contacted me in several occasions, but I will not go and say, oh, I'll be the one to go and lead that negotiation. No. They will contact you for many things, but your submissiveness, your humility matters. You cannot see something that is above you. You carry the crown on your head. That's why in most tradition, there are what we call kingmakers. You cannot bypass kingmakers and go and wear a crown on your head. That crown can make you go mad, because you don't know how. You cannot bypass kingmakers. There are people who you have to consult when something is presented to you. You cannot just carry your head and start preaching the gospel. Master Ambazonians, this is liberation struggle. This has nothing to do with you going to form a small group and say that is the group that is going to liberate people. And this is going to all those guys out there calling themselves leaders. You should be very careful with the life of 8 million Ambazonian people. We are not, this struggle is not for sale. It's not for sale. You can go and do all your gymnastics, all your game playing. We know that we need competence. There are certain level of negotiation process. We need people who are competent to do this for us. Please, respect what you know. Respect what you know. Give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. Negotiation is not a one-day thing. It's not a 2 weeks thing. You don't go to negotiate on the behalf of Ambazonia, 8 million people for in 2 weeks. You should study negotiation process. For being a leader don't make you automatically someone to represent Ambazonia. That's not how it works. The Ambazonian people, we want to see you people united. Stand as one group. Stand as a one body when you go to represent us. Not one person going to stand in front of United Nations and taking videos and say, I was representing. Who sent you there in the first place? How was that? How did the leaders give you the go ahead? Because you people just think that you can just go and write a one paper document and forward them to the leaders, then you carry them now and go and be representing them. We have learned a lot about the negotiation process. The statement, Ambazonia is not for sale, emphasizes that the movement is not for profit or personal gain. We should know that. Okay? And leaders should reject any form of negotiation, any form of compromises that do not honor the sacrifices made by the fighters and the people of Ambazonia. We will not honor anyone. We will not honor those people who want to dishonor our sacrifices in the past 8 years. That will not happen in this struggle. Okay. We will oppose anyone that is grandstanding. Okay. Any individuals that want to claim ownership over the course of discussion, we will not tolerate grandstanding. You will have to succumb yourself with other leaders, sit with leaders, come brainstorm on this kind of processes. Okay, you cannot just have people just call you from left to right. You as if you are answering a phone call from left to right, just moving like someone who is begging for negotiation. Okay, we need professionalism. Professionalism stresses that negotiation is very important in engaging. You do not go for negotiation in the position of weakness. You don't go for negotiation in the position of weakness. You cannot go and be begging like. And what you guys are doing is that you go and show yourself as if you're begging. Did Amazonian people send you to go and beg? Did Amazonian restoration fighters ask you to go and beg? Did the leaders ask you to go and beg? Did the 8 million Ambazonian people ask you to go and be begging? We have a joining course. You should not be begging for negotiation. You don't beg for negotiation. Ambazonian people have a just cause. It's not about you going to start begging for what belongs to you. You can't be begging for what belongs to you. I don't understand what kind of measure you people are trying to take, what kind of measurement, but I still don't understand how we have people who think that they can just go somewhere and sit, talk on the behalf of the people of Ambazonia, and everybody will listen to them. But I want to say this today because this is something that we have to be very careful with. Okay? The people of Ambazonia know their leaders. They know who can be trustworthy. I once said in one of my shows that the thing that can destroy your career is trust. One word, trust. You can do whatever you want. You can lie whatever you want. You can do all kind of things. But if people does not have trust in you, and that's why you people are taking trust very like a joke, or you are taking something that I've seen people in America. The law in America is very strong. Ambazonians are still very lenient with their laws, because people don't want government, they don't want anything, because they want to be doing all these things without being checked and balanced. It's one crime you commit. One crime is enough for you to. That's why, in America, if you have a crime like felony, you cannot even work in certain places. One felony, you don't need to commit many crimes. People who have track record of criminology, like Capo Daniel, that we all know, is coming now that you want to go and represent Ambazonian people without the authority of the Ambazonian leaders. We are crying of unity. Unity doesn't mean that leave your group. Unity doesn't mean that leave whatever you are doing. No, unity means that come. If somebody if an organization, for example, international organizations, call you that, hey, we want to come and help to mediate in this discussion, between the people of Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia, and La République du Cameroon. What are you going to say? Like a wise man, are you going to say, okay, come. I have my own group. It's called this, whether it's called what, or PRAP, or whatever you call it. Come. You go there and start talking with them. Is that wisdom or is that dullness? Is that I don't understand, because that's what I mentioned about grandstanding, right? There is a call for leaders to sacrifice their personal fears and agendas. Let's do this for greater good. Okay? We cannot have something like this. People are taking it for their own personal aggrandizement. We are not doing this for our personal aggrandizement. This is not for us. This is for the 8 million people. Okay? Yet there are leaders who are doing their best, trying their best so hard for this struggle. But people go around, still call them La République leader. What is all that for? You cannot prove that this person is La République. There are leaders who want to walk in that unity. But any leader that does not want to walk in that way, you are not ready to liberate your people. And the people following that kind of leaders, who do not want to collaborate, who do not want to bring their voices together, please know that you are following the wrong leader. Any leader, frontline leader, that you think that when you are the first person to be contacted, you carry the international organization, start going around as if you know what is negotiation. You are going around with the life of 8 million people. Going around, you don't even know what is negotiation. You don't know. Give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. This is a liberation movement. This is not politics. This is not election time. This is who can liberate. Who are those people competent to liberate us? You must not be the leader. You must not be the one. If they call you first, doesn't mean that you are the one to go and start sitting with these people. People will just go and be making speeches and going around saying they are going to make speech for Ambazonia. Who are those people who said, okay, who gave you the go ahead? Ambazonia is not for business. This is not business. This is a liberation movement. This is a liberation movement. We don't want you to go there and be doing business with the Amazonians' life. Okay? We don't want that. Those people who think that Ambazonia is for business, Ambazonia is not for sale. It's not for sale, my brother. Don't go there and be doing business and thinking that, okay, everything is okay. Okay? Yes. Unfortunately, the struggle has been marred with all these allegations of corruption and all these people trying to exchange money and for influence. For the past 8 years, we have seen that such practices has undermined the integrity of the movement. Yes. But we want to make it clear. It is imperative that every leader, please, every leader should remain very, very transparent and accountable. Okay? Because accountability is something that holds you, to be committed. If you are not accountable, people will not trust you. And if you are not trusted, that's the end of your legacy. Okay? You have seen how people just resign for things that they do. They are in a position of power and something happens, they resign. And once that happens, who can hire you again? Who can rehire you when you have been accused of corruption? You have been accused of different kind of financial fraud or whatever. Nobody can hire you. Ambazonia is not for sale. Ambazonia is not for sale, my brother. Okay? It's not for sale. Ambazonians must resist any temptation to commodify this struggle through negotiation. We don't want anything that the life of Ambazonia to be replaced by money. Please, Ambazonian struggle should not be replaced by money, because the life of those people who have passed away, the heroes, the life of the prisoners still in incarceration, the life of those refugees, the life of thousands and thousands of Ambazonians who are now in the diaspora matters in everything we do. Don't think that whatever you do is isolated. You are playing with the life of 8 million people. So be very careful. Wherever you are going to make your speeches, whatever you are trying to do, you need to consult with the leaders. Need to do a thorough consultation, because you think that if you go and do, everybody can go and do that. Everybody can go and make speeches and carry all those things like that. But if you don't consult, if the people are not consulted, then you are doing that at your own risk. You are playing with the life of 8 million people. You are playing with the life of Ambazonians. Be very careful how you do those things. Okay? Be very careful. And that is what we are trying to say, that this war has stages, different types of elements going on at the same time. The humanitarian side is there. We have to know the humanitarian law. We have to teach these guys, the self-defense volunteers, to know what is international law, international defense law, international humanitarian law, so that they should stay in line to gain favor from the international community. We are trying to follow this thing with some form of international law. Okay, we have to have that need to respect the law while advocating for self-defense. Okay, we have to do that, because the moral and legal complexities of this struggle is so much that people have to understand. Okay, we have done a lot to publicize the struggle. We have done a lot to make the world understand our plight. Now they are watching at the transparency, the democratic nature of the struggle, those human rights violations, all those things, and so on and so forth. Okay, that's why we are saying that people like Capo Daniel, their role in negotiation is questioned, because they have, someone like Capo Daniel has a very, very poor record. Okay, very, very poor record, especially when all these other groups are just coming today, forming their groups and saying that they want to represent Ambazonia. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Ambazonians have seen enough, and we don't want that to continue. There is a call for unity among the leadership of the movement. We want to see them unite, with an emphasis on putting aside their differences and focusing on the struggle for independence for Ambazonia. That is what we want from them. Any other thing is a waste of time. Okay? It's a waste of time. We want to also reject that notion that money or external reward can replace the life and sacrifices of the people of Ambazonia. We don't want that. The blood, the sacrifices of Ambazonians, the freedom fighters, the prisoners, the refugees, cannot be replaced with money, please. Okay? I am very, very understanding when it comes to that, because we want a collective front. We want those with genuine commitment towards the Ambazonian struggle. We want those kind of people that can facilitate a more robust negotiation that respect our right to self-determination and dignity of the population. Transparency is what we want. Okay, we don't want people who go and discuss today and hide things that they are talking about from the Ambazonian people. We don't even know the progress. We don't know how it goes. We don't know the legitimacy, and so on and so forth. We don't want that. Okay, we don't want that. We are trying to make sure that anything that you do, the leaders know that this is about sacrifice. This is about sacrifice, and you have to acknowledge that this is about the path to Ambazonian independent recognition. Okay, we don't want that, because for the past 8 years, some leaders, not all, some, has been engaged in certain type of challenges, but we are telling them this is enough. We don't want this to happen, because Ambazonian leaders know that they must be willing to take risks, even in the face of potential arrest or prosecution. Many leaders, as a leader, you have to sacrifice. Okay, we have seen leaders who were afraid to go to Switzerland, leaders who were afraid to do this, but you have to sacrifice. You have to know that whatever you do, that's why there are leaders that we can trust today. Some of you think that it's easy to be a leader. For the past 8 years, we have seen leaders who have been given positions and they are afraid to take it. But they'll be the first one to say, oh, let them change this, let them change this government, let them change this one. But they themselves cannot take position. There are still people who are still hiding their face today. And they say they are fighting a struggle. That is why if you either be for the struggle or you are not for the struggle, this is a liberation movement. And a liberation movement does not take 2 years, 3 years, as you people are thinking. This is years and years and years. So we don't want people who come today and start saying that, oh, we don't, be ready for a long-term battle. This is something that you have to understand. That's why the respect for our combatants is very important. Okay, and the community. Okay, we are always telling our combatants that the respect for community is very important, because whatever we do, the respect for the prisoners, respect for the refugees, respect for the community, respect for the combatants, all is the same thing. Respect for the diasporans too, because that is the unity. Unity, when we say unity among the leaders, doesn't mean only the leaders. Their followers, their supporters, then the Ambazonian people now will come towards that direction. Say, okay, now that all these leaders have come together, we are happy to see you people together. We are ready to support you guys, now that you are working now together. Okay. So, Ambazonia is not for sale. Please. Ambazonia is not for sale. Please, any transaction, this struggle is not to transact and sell the life of 8 million Ambazonian people. We are calling on the leaders. We have seen the past failures of the negotiations. We have seen the complexities. We have seen the dynamics. We have seen all those in the past years. That's why we are saying that Ambazonia is not for sale. Okay, because our people want to be free. They want to achieve their independence, recognition, and self-determination. This is the rallying cry for unity, professionalism, and commitment of the people. We want this to all the leaders. Anybody, anyone, any Ambazonian, anything you're doing, this should be your motto. That strive to continue the struggle. Unity, professionalism, and commitment. We want to see this because it will take us to the end. You must not be the one to go and discuss on the Ambazonian people, the behalf of them. We want professionals to do it. Then we'll support them. We want people who are, and we trust people who have been in this struggle. We know people who are. We don't want people to come from nowhere, out of the blue, and come and say they want to go and defend Ambazonia. when they know nothing about the struggle. We have not seen their sacrifices. We have not seen their commitment. Because this thing is about commitment. If you, for the past 8 years or more, we have seen committed leaders. We will put those leaders in our trust for now than people who come now from nowhere that they want to be leaders. Because they want to go and be talking in the United Nations. We will not trust those people. Yes. Join the leaders first. Let the leaders give you their go-ahead as a team. As, okay, they say, okay, this is our person that we want to go and be talking on our behalf. This is a team of negotiators that then we, the Ambazonian people too, will give our blessing. That's how it works. You cannot just rush to go to I can go every day. I can go to the United Nations. I pass to the United Nations all the time. I can go there and sit and start making my speeches there. But how is that helping the people? How is that helping Ambazonians? We want something that is organized, something that is transparent, something that is professional, something that is for the benefit of the Amazonian people. We don't want that kind of this man go talk, because that's what has been going on all the past years. When we call for unity, it's not that all the leaders cannot go to the United Nations and be talking. They can do that. But because of the mixed messages that someone like Ambassador Tibor Nagy has been preaching, you people are still doing the same thing today. You are still creating new groups, going to be talking as lone wolves, come back and say, I just went to the United Nations, I was talking. Who sent you there? Who sent you to go and represent who? We are trying to unify this thing because many leaders have done that before. Claiming that, oh, they were the first to go and talk here. They were the first to go and talk here. All those things is frivolous. Is useless. That's what they call useful idiots. You are useful to yourself, but not to the people. To the people, you become an idiot. You go and talking on the behalf of in the United Nations because you are here, United Nations. What does that mean? The discussion that any discussion you are going to that has the backing of the people, the backing of the leaders, has more power and acceptance, because you can think that talking is. The leaders have done this before. Many leaders will send their representative, go and talk here, talk like conferences, seminars, blah blah blah. It has no hold waters because there is a mixed message. I don't understand if you people still understand what Ambassador Tibor Nagy and other ambassadors, other diplomats that we have met before, they will tell us, when you see 3 people come to your house from the same family, what do you think? Just think about it. First, uncle come and talk to me, auntie will come and talk to me, then one brother will come and talk to me. What do you think I would think about you people? You are divided. You are divided because you cannot have a singular message. What is wrong with you people that you come, uncle will come and talk to me that, oh, they need support for their liberation, right? Auntie will come and talk to me, say, this is she's from this group, and you are all Ambazonians. So then another son, one of their son or their uncle or another person will come again from that same family, come and talk to me. Oh, Mr. Senator, I just come to ask for your support and this. How do you think that senator will look at you people? That family is divided, and they will never take you people serious. That is what has been going on, and you people are still doing the same thing. The same thing. There are many forums out in many conferences happening at the United Nations. Anyone can go there and discuss. Anyone can go there and make speeches. I've done speeches at the United Nations before. It doesn't matter. You just write your papers and go and write and present it there. They will invite you to come and talk. Many conferences, many things happening there. It doesn't matter. What matter is the impact that your discussion is creating. Are you moving one step ahead? What are you doing? Does it have the blessing of the leaders? Does it have the blessing of the Ambazonian people? No. Then think about it. What you're doing, is it right for the struggle, or is it just a blasphemy? Think about it. It is one way to say something, but the other one to say the other. Think about what you're doing. If it's good, okay. But we will not sell Ambazonia. We will not sell Ambazonia. Okay? We can't go to a negotiation process in the position of weakness. You cannot do that. Our people have sacrificed. Our people have suffered. Our people have died. Our people have done everything they can. Everything they could, just for their future generation to be free. The Laripobi people the military have caused sacrilege, massacre, genocide, ethnocide. What have you? Then you just go and say, let's go and sit down and just talk anything. Come on. Let's be serious with the life of the Ambazonian people. Let's be serious with the life of Ambazonian people. Don't play with the life of Ambazonian people. That is a word to you guys. Because those people going around saying they want to go and represent, making those their speeches, be very careful with the life of our people. We've seen mothers being raped. We've seen family displaced. We've seen people, refugees, everywhere. You have seen our people suffering today. Just because they were attacked by an occupier forces of La Republic, declared war, and you take it that it's normal for you to go and be talking anything about them. Please, stay away if you are not part of a leadership that will say, okay, this is the choosing leaders to go and talk on our behalf. There are criteria to reach leadership kind of things. This thing is not anybody coming now that you want to be a leader. Then you think that you will just go and be a leader. That's why there is a criteria. Okay, you have to be chosen to be a leader. If not, everybody can go and create any party, anything. This is not about that La Republic political party system here. How long have you been in the struggle? How long have you created your party or your organization to go and be representing the Ambazonian people? You create a party today, whether it's a party or it's a group or whatever, I don't care. Today, then tomorrow you are in the United Nations to be talking on the behalf of the people. That is inadmissible. It is unacceptable. We cannot accept that. Yes. The Amazonian people have seen it all. They have lost everything. And this is not what we want as a payback. Yes. So be very, very cautious about that. Whatever you're going to talk on the people, be very careful. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Stay blessed and God bless Ambazonia.